Hi guys, this is Abla, your lover. Welcome to today's episode. And what is your reality? We have so many things in our lives that face us, like we experience day in, day out, and we really don't know how to get over all those things. That is actually what we have as our reality before us at that point in time, and we need to deal with it because it would ponder or obstruct other things we have to get to, or other objectives or goals we have set aside to achieve through that period of life. So when we talk about our reality, we talk about issues, we talk about family problems, we talk about joy, happiness, pleasure, and some people's lives, I cannot say there is someone who doesn't have a life with issues or with stumbling blocks. We all do. I do. Today we'll be talking about your reality, how to deal with difficult situations in your life which you face and which you see as a reality right before you. Hi girls, hi guys, please stay comfortable and make sure you watch this video right till the end, because by the end of this video, probably for sure you'll be getting something that will help you overcome that stumbling block, that doubt, that the problems, the dilemma you find yourself in. Maybe you'll be able to get something to get yourself out of the situation you are in currently. So step forward. What do you understand by your reality? It's the situation you find yourself in. What led you to this situation? These are the questions you need to be asking yourself. How did I get here? How did I find myself here? What were the things I did that brought me to this place or this point? Right at that moment where you are, or you're battling with things like maybe you have financial difficulties, because right now the highest thing one would tell you is money, cash, and cap. That is what people find their joy, their peace, their pleasure. If once you have money, most people think once you have money then everything is good, but well, we have our various issues, our various wants and desires, the various things we want to achieve in life to be considered as happy, to be considered as fulfilled, to be considered as prosperous, to be considered as all whatnot. So does your reality make you happy? That is it. When you look at your situation at the moment and you see that, okay, this is where I am, this is what's happening in my life, how did I get here? Does this thing I'm facing make me happy? Is this what I want for myself? Yeah. Does this thing I have right now, does it really give me joy? Does it give me comfort? Does it give me satisfaction? Then you get your answer. If you feel accomplished, fine, good for you. And if you feel that you failed, you've missed it somewhere, you've deviated from the track you had to follow, then now find out, where were you supposed to be, or where did you think you would be at that particular moment? I don't know if you get it. Where did you feel that at that point in time your location, your situation wasn't meant to be the situation you dreamt or you aspired for, but where you are right now is what it is? So what did you want for yourself other than what you're getting? Was there something else you wished for? What was that? So that is it. Point that out, place it beside. How should I use my reality? Because sometimes we have found in situations, those situations are what we have to use as tools to take us to where we are supposed to be. Yeah, sometimes we are there because it's our fault. We did the mistakes, we did the wrong things, we took the wrong moves and wrong steps. But our present point are sometimes, or most often, the motivation, the encouragement to fight, because we should always be ready to fight the battles of life. That is what we are living for. We are not living to just sit down and watch and relax and chill. No, we should always be ready to fight. We should always be ready to step up. We should always be ready to talk. We should always be ready to, there's so many things we have in our lives, like situations we face, and there are so many things we need to establish, to put in place to take us out of the situations. Girls, guys, as youths right now, there's a lot of pressure out there. There's a lot of pressure out there. There's a lot of pressure to get good cash, easy money. There's a lot of pressure to get a husband. There's a lot of pressure to own a car. There's a lot of pressure to get a job, to get a house, to get everything, to look good, look beautiful, have all what it takes to be, or to be happy, or to have what others are getting. You can do all what it takes. So right now, you don't first of all, you don't make your goals depending on what you see other, or where you see others. This is you. This is your strength. These are your strengths. These are your weaknesses. You just need to have a SWOT analysis of who you are. Know what exactly you are. What can work for you? Because sometimes we find ourselves somewhere, we feel like it's a fail or it's a failure or something. Meanwhile, we see it that way because we don't even know what is our strength. We don't even know what we were meant for. But if we know what we were meant for, and we are in a particular point in time, and we would know that, okay, this is the situation I find myself right now. What do I have? What? Because the Bible says there is nothing God will give you that He has not equipped you to carry. So you need to check yourself. What is it I have that can get me to where I want to be? That is it. You don't need to look at somebody or someone else. Yes, you can get advice, you can get coaches, you can get counseling and all whatnot. But first of all, before you want to get a coach or a counselor or somebody, you need to check yourself before you go to them. Because definitely the person will be asking you so many questions, and you will be expected to give answers to those questions. When you cannot give answers to those questions, it means definitely you're not serious in what you're looking for. But if you can say that this is it, this is what I want, this is it, this is where I want to be, this is who I am, this is it, but I cannot, this is what I want to live my life, then you can now start looking for solutions to your problems. And the next question, why should I use my reality? Like I said, because you should know what brought you there. You should know what you have that can take you out of it. Yes, there are so many things in our lives that we don't put down, we don't take into account, we don't look at before taking steps in our lives. There's so many things we need to look at before we take a step. There's so many things we need to check. And many people have things to say concerning it, and many people have said things. But I would say the one thing I would say is that yourself first. If you want to get advice or help from someone else, you are the first person to help yourself. How? Know who you are. Know what you want. Know your strengths, your weaknesses, your objectives, your goals, and everything you want. Then look at where you are. How did I get here? What brought about the situation I find myself in right now at the moment? And then from there, you can now start thinking. You can now start thinking of how can I leave this point or this particular place where I find myself. So there are so many things. There are people who you could be in your breaking point. There are people whom you could be in the point where you have to, in that point where you have to give up. You feel like giving up, or you feel like taking further steps. Like there are people whom when you're at a particular point, sometimes thinking of getting out of it is sometimes so hard, or often very hard. But when you start making a step, the most important thing is you being willing and you taking the first step. The first step is very important. The first step can bring 100 more steps, thousands of other steps. The important thing is knowing what you want, acknowledging that this is a situation I find myself in. This is not where I ought to be, and then you take the next step. From there, boom, things start changing, things start happening, and before you know it, you're getting what you deserve. You're getting absolutely all what you would want in life, and life will give it to you. Well, it's a both way, it's a two-way thing. It's a two-way thing. You give to life, life gives back to you. Yes, you must give to life, life will give back to you. And what do I mean? Guys, if you want a video on that, comment down below, and maybe I'll make a video on how life, you get it on both ways. You get it on both ways. I was someone who could not talk like this. I was someone who could not. I'll be thinking, I'll be like, fears, worries, and you remain in that same situation. Your reality, whether bad or good, but to me, I think if you cannot be bold enough to express yourself and do the things you want to do, then you will not be in a good position. You'll not be in a good spot. But if you can do the things you ought to do and the things you want to do to get to where you have to be, girl, you would be there in less than no time. All what you need to do is start. And I trust me, believe you will be there and you will rejoice. Please click the notification bell, subscribe, hit the thumb up, like, and please comment, and all of that will help me get you more words, more things, tell you more things, if you want to keep hearing this good voice and seeing this fine face. Please, that will also contribute to my growth. Thank you.